Good afternoon. My name is Katie Terrell, and I'm so grateful to be here with you on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Welcome to Transformation Thursdays, where we highlight some of our agency's powerful work in Northeast Louisiana. I work as a special assistant to our executive director here at Northeast Delta Human Services Authority. I'm also responsible for leading our special initiatives, and I'm excited to have an opportunity to talk about one of them today. Our mission at Northeast Delta is to serve as a catalyst for individuals with mental health, developmental disabilities, and addictive disorders to help realize their full human potential by offering quality, excellent care with greater accessibility. Our vision is to build a unified Northeast Louisiana where individuals are thriving and reaching their full human potential. The three tenets that guide us are our greater access to services, excellent customer service, and quality competent care. It is Thursday, April 24th, 2025. We have so many exciting events on the horizon in the next few months, and we will be talking about each of them here on Transformation Thursdays. Today, I'm so excited to have an opportunity to highlight our Art as Medicine initiative. Through this initiative, we explore new methods of healing through the exploration of artistic expression. One way to engage with us through this initiative is to attend our Artist Therapy Festival this Saturday. Dr. Caroll will tell you a little bit more about that event here in a few minutes. So I'm thankful to have three special guests here with me today. Our first guest is Dr. Avius Caroll. She is our Director of Prevention and Wellness here at Northeast Delta Human Services Authority. Welcome, Dr. Caroll. Our next guest is Dr. Shonice Maxey, owner and fitness trainer at Stretch and Vibe. Welcome, Shonice.
Hello.
And our third guest is Tom Malmay. Tom is a key part of the NELA Music Awards, a very special event that our agency is sponsoring this August. Welcome, Tom.
Good to see all of you.
Okay, so I know there's quite a few of us here on the screen, so I'm going to ask each of you a few questions. Feel free to chime in to the other guests if you have something to add. So first, Dr. Caroll, we know that the arts are very important to Northeast Delta HSA, but can you tell us why the Art as Medicine initiative is so important?
Absolutely, Katie. Art and is medicine socially and clinically. It really is medicine. It has been studied to reduce pain and anxiety. It has helped kids with developmental delays. It supports people who are processing trauma or who suffers with PTSD. And there's a lot of research that shows that art helps improve memory. Doctors and therapists are literally prescribing art. It support enhances everything we do as a behavioral health and developmental disability agency, and it's linked to better mental health, which is what we're trying to do through our work as an agency and through our activities and events at Northeast Delta Human Services Authority. Specifically in the Prevention and Wellness Department, we operate from what is called CSAP strategies, which is the Center for Substance Abuse and Prevention. And part of the CSAP strategies requires us to provide prevention education, disseminate information about prevention, engage in environmental approaches, community-based activities, make referrals, and do alternative activities that enhances those protective factors for our youth, our children, our families. And so that is what art does. It enhances those protective factors. It releases dopamine, which is that feel-good chemical. It reduces cortisol, which causes stress. And it activates the brain to help with pleasure, memory, and empathy. And it catalyzes and fosters, communities and combats loneliness. So the Artist Therapy Festival bring people together. A lot of what we do in prevention and wellness, especially our engagement activities, they bring people together, which is a major risk factor for poor mental health. So it definitely is medicine, and we treat it as such.
Yes, and I heard you mention the Artist Therapy Festival. So that is coming up this Saturday. Can you tell us a little bit more about what to expect at this event?
Absolutely. The Artist Therapy Festival, this is our third year hosting the festival. We're very excited to continue this alternate activity. This year, we have something special to start off the festival, and she's here. She'll talk a little bit more about that today, which is the pre-yoga stretch, because we just find that is also a very artistic way of expression, but also through mindfulness and things of that nature. In addition to that, we'll have all forms of therapy there. We'll have painting, arts, crafts, music, and dancing. All of these are very expressive art forms that will be included at the festival. And so you can expect to see and experience and engage in all of these different forms of art on this Saturday at 10 o'clock, starting the pre-festival, 11, the festival starts.
Well, that sounds amazing. I know I'll be there. So everyone, we welcome you to join us. So that's going to be great on Saturday, Dr. Caroll. But I know that there is another important event happening on Saturday, which is National Prescription Take Back Day. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So National Prescription Take Back Day, actually, our governor just signed the proclamation proclaiming the same day as the festival as National Prescription Take Back Day in Louisiana. And it is a major harm reduction initiative. And Prescription Day, National Take Back Prescription Day, allows individuals who have unused or unwanted expired medicine in their home to bring that to a safe space to properly dispose it. And so what we're doing is making sure that those medicines get out of the hands of individuals who no longer need them, safe from kids, especially if you have kids or older adults in your home that you have to, be careful around, making sure that it's out of the home and properly disposed, making sure that we take care of our water system. So it is an environmental approach as well. And, we do this every year. It's twice a year. It's in October and in April. And so we will be hosting that this April 26th, and we'll have more information out on our Facebook page about where to bring those medicines.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Caroll. Appreciate all of that information. So let me shift a little bit to Dr. Maxey. I know that you did mention that she's going to be at the event on Saturday at the festival. So I want to just learn a little bit more about what Stretch and Vibe does and why it's so important. So Dr. Maxey, most people, I think, have heard of yoga and probably have heard of a few of its benefits, but can you elaborate on the overall benefits of yoga?
Yes, absolutely. There are many, many benefits of yoga. First, we're going to talk about physical benefits: flexibility, mobility, core strength. We all know that yoga is body weight training, so you can become stronger, more mobile, more easy to move your body to prevent arthritis settling up in your joints. Yoga is also, it holds a lot of mental benefits, because with yoga, the whole goal is to connect with your breath, to get a release. So that helps fight anxiety, depression, stress. It's just a space where you can come and just allow yourself to be and just be free.
Yes, that's amazing. I know that I've definitely felt that when I'm doing yoga. I know that breath helps me calm down. So whenever we talk about yoga, I think that if you've experienced yoga, you might have experienced it maybe helping your mental health. Can you talk a little bit about how practicing yoga relates to mental health?
I feel like yoga relates to mental health because it's a form of therapy. Especially in my studio, I feel like my yoga session is like a therapy session because people are free to express themselves. You might cry, you might yell, you might sigh, you might just release with the frustration that you experienced at work or at home. So it's just a place that we all connect emotionally. And the breathing part at the end of every class, I let people relax on relaxation, and they just breathe and just listen to therapeutic sounds. That's that moment between you, your mat, and whatever you got going on in your mind. So yoga is a form of therapy. It's mindfulness, it's breath work, it's movement.
Yes, absolutely. So then, since we're talking so much about art as medicine and our artist therapy festival, how does yoga tie in with the arts?
I believe that yoga is an art. Every pose that you make is a shape, right? And the motion that your body makes to make the pose, that's like your body becomes its own brushstroke, okay? The movement with your breath, that's like you have to move with rhythm. So to move, inhale here, exhale here, you creating a movement with your whole body, that's rhythm. So that all ties into being art. It's like your body becomes the paint and your breath becomes the canvas. So it is art.
So everyone who was on the call, we had Dr. Maxey at our staff wellness event recently, and which I did say was my favorite part of the event, by the way. But also, I don't know how great art my movements were. You know, maybe I'll need to work on that because I felt like it was probably bad art. I was trying to stretch during that, but it absolutely was so stress relieving, and it just provided such a sense of calmness. And so, yeah, I thought it was so great. And I encourage everyone to come early to the event on Saturday so that you can do a little bit of stretching beforehand. It's just a great release.
Yeah.
Put you in a great mindset before you get started with the rest of your day. So thank you, Dr. Maxey. I appreciate you providing that information. So now I'm going to shift a little bit to Mr. Malmay. So Mr. Malmay, we know that the NELA Music Awards is much more than an awards show. And some people on this call might not even know much about the NELA Music Awards. So can you please elaborate on the purpose of the NELA Music Awards?
Yeah, I sure will. But first, let me say how much I appreciate Dr. Caroll and everything you said. Let me tell you, if you listen to what Dr. Caroll said, to me, it explains Louisiana. It explains Mississippi, because we were in a constant state of healing from persistent poverty. Look, we had the flood, the Great Flood in 2016. We had the pandemic. We've had back-to-back hurricanes. It's been one natural hazard after another. So I'm a firm believer in this organization and its direction, and that is why. Now, I've got a whole project on this subject we'll talk about another day, but Dr. Caroll, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate your work and glad you are in Northeast Louisiana. So, as a matter of fact, my involvement with the Northeast Louisiana Music Association was because of this topic. I was working on the flood recovery for the three governments, and made some observations about people gathering in neighborhoods to read poetry, and we started to see this explosion of music and some other things. And I was out writing reviews on different performances in the community, and they adopted me. And I said, well, sure, I'll help. It fits in with what I'm doing. So the mission of the Music Association, the Northeast Louisiana Music Association, is to celebrate and promote our artists, okay, for a number of reasons. First, for enrichment we get in the community. There's an economic development piece of this for the community. But in promoting and celebrating, hopefully keep them working, that being the mission, we have a strategy, and the strategy is to keep this cadre of musicians working until our culture tourism really takes off, and keeps them going well into the future. So we have a mission and a strategy. The Music Awards, it's not about one day. It is not about one day. It's year round, focused on this strategy to promote and celebrate. And I got to tell you, there's some good things happening in Northeast Louisiana. I'm going to call it a festival. What you're doing Saturday, that's important for a bunch of reasons. To me, we're getting people back out of the house. We still have some bad habits left over from the pandemic. When we wrote our recovery plan in our community post-pandemic. We envisioned that post-pandemic, after all the self-isolation and everything that went along with that, we were going to have to work on getting people back outside engaged again. So all the things that you guys do and the Music Association, there's a really good fit here, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Malmay, I love what you talked about, because so much of what you said was about collaboration and how important bonding and like having those opportunities to be in social settings with people of similar interests. And that is so much of what our events are meant to do, and so much of what the NELA Music Awards is meant to do. So thank you. Yes, I heard so much overlap with why we do what we do in terms of our events as well. So,
yeah, if you don't mind, I'll say, Dr. Caroll, at some point, I've got more questions for you on some new information that I've uncovered over in Mississippi. It goes back to, I'm working on the relationship between adversity and our culture, but there was some right turns and left turns I took on other information I found while over there. that it's going to intrigue you, I'm sure. So I do want to have that conversation with you.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Malmay, let me ask you too. You kind of hit on this a little bit already, but why is it so important for the NELA Music Awards to partner with Northeast Delta HSA for the event, for the Music Awards?
Oh, but you know what? The thing about it is what you guys do, your message, what Dr. Caroll is saying, that's our message too. But you are the professionals in that area. We are not. This is what you do. So we're not going to have a Dr. Caroll on staff, and there's no reason to. You do. So for example, some of the things that I want to talk to the doctor about offline, the next setting, is will help us as an organization to make sure we're seeing something that looks like this, but is that what it is? We need somebody like Dr. Caroll to help us with that. And we think some of the information that we're uncovering in the course of doing our work that you will benefit from.
Thank you so much, Mr. Malmay. Yes, we feel very lucky to have Dr. Caroll on our team. Sorry, go ahead, Dr. Caroll.
Yeah, with our sponsorship of the NELA Music Awards, we've all agreed that one of the subtitle is My Music, My Mental Health. And so working with Tom and Myra to build this creative project to showcase what we do as an agency, and again, to bring more notoriety to those artists, and also noting that oftentimes music comes from a place of healing. And so to have even the artists come back and share with us and through video why music is so healing to them, it really does. It's more of that catalyst I was talking about of how art is medicine and how it drives community.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Caroll.
I love that. I love that all three of you come from different organizations and different backgrounds, but what I keep hearing is how important the arts are and how much that weaves us all together, and that we all have the same mission, that we're all trying to help people reach their full potential, and art is one way of doing that. So thank you so much to everyone for tuning in today. Thank you to our wonderful guests, Dr. Avius Caroll, Dr. Shonice Maxey, and Mr. Tom Malmay. If these topics interest you, I truly do encourage you to attend our Artist Therapy Festival this Saturday from 11 to 3. Get there at 10, though, so that you can do Stretch and Vibe with us. If you want more information about our services, please visit our website at nedeltahsa.org or call 800-256-2522. You can also follow the Phoenix on social media through Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and TikTok at NEDeltaHSA. So that concludes our episode today. I encourage you all to go be great today, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.